Welcome to Scripture 365. We will pick up where we left off in Proverbs chapter 25 and continue the reading in 1 Chronicles chapter 15. So sit right back and be blessed. Proverbs 25:1. These two are Proverbs of Solomon, which the men of Hezekiah, sovereign of Judah, copied. It is the esteem of Elohim to hide a matter, and the esteem of sovereigns to search out a matter. The heavens for height, and the earth for depth. But the heart of sovereign is unsearchable. Take away the dross from silver, and a vessel comes forth for the refiner. 5. Take away the wicked man before the sovereign, and his throne is established in righteousness. Do not exalt yourself before the sovereign, and do not stand in the place of great men. For it is better for him to say to you, "Come up here," than that you should be put lower before the noble whom your eyes have seen. Do not go forth to strive in haste, for what would you do in the end when your neighbor has put you to shame? Plead your case before your neighbor himself, and do not disclose the secret of another. 10. Lest he who hears it put you to shame, and your evil report turn not back. A word spoken at the right time is like apples in gold and mountains of silver. A ring of gold and an ornament of fine gold. It is wise once reproved to an ear that hears, like the cold of snow in time of harvest. It is trustworthy. It is a trustworthy messenger to those who send him, for he refreshes the life of those of it. For he refreshes the life of his master. Clouds and wind without rain is he who boasts of his gifts falsely. Through patience a ruler is persuaded, and a soft tongue shatters a bone. Have you found honey? Eat only as much as you need, lest you be satisfied with it and vomit. Make your food rare in your neighbor's house, lest he gets enough of you and hate you. A club and a sword and a sharp arrow is a man bearing false witness against his neighbor. A broken tooth or a foot out of joint is thrust in a treacherous man in time of distress. 20. One who takes away a garment in cold weather is vinegar on soda, and the singer of songs on an evil heart. If your enemy is hungry, give him bread to eat, and if he is thirsty, give him water to drink. For you are heaping coals of fire on his heart, and Yahweh rewards you. The north wind brings rain, and the secret tongue and raised face. It is better to dwell in the corner of a roof than a house shared with a contentious woman. Cold water to a parched throat is good news from a distant land. A muddy spring and a ruined fountain is a righteous man who gives away before the wicked. It is not good to eat much honey. It is esteemed to seek one's own esteem. A broken down city without wall. A broken down city without a wall is a man who has no control over his spirit. Now let's turn to 1 Corinthians chapter 16, if I'm not mistaken. 15, I'm sorry. So let's go. First Chronicles, chapter 15. First Chronicles, chapter 15. And he built houses for him in the city of David, and he prepared a place for the ark of Elohim, and pitched the tent in it. Then David said, no one is to lift the ark of Elohim but the Levites, for Yahweh has chosen them to lift the ark of Elohim and to serve him forever. And David assembled all Israel at Jerusalem to bring up the ark and Yahweh to its place which he had prepared for it. And David gathered the children of Aaron and the Levites. 5. Of the sons of Korah, Uriel the chief, and 120 of his brothers. Of the sons of Mari, Isaiah the chief, and 220 of his brothers. The sons of Gerashom, Yahowah the chief, and 130 of his brothers. Of the sons of Elisaphan, Shemaiah the chief, and 200 of his brothers. And the sons of Hebron, Eliel the chief, and 80 of his brothers. Of the sons of Uziel, Aminadab the chief, and 112 of his brothers. And David called for Zadok and Abiathar the Kohanim, and for the Levites of Uriel, Asaiah, and Yoel, and Shemaiah, and Eliel, and Aminadab, and said to them, you are the heads of the fathers of the Levites. Kadosh yourself, and you and your brothers, then you shall bring up the ark of Yahweh, Elohim of Israel, to the place I have prepared for it. Because you did not do it the first time, Yahweh our Elohim broke out against us, because we did not ask him about the right ruling. So the Kohanim and the Levites kodesh themselves to bring up the ark of Yahweh Elohim to Israel. Now, the word kodesh means holy, and the word Kohanim means priest. And the children of the Levites bore the ark of Elohim on their shoulders by its poles, as Moshe had commanded according to the word of Yahweh. And David spoke to the leaders of the Levites to appoint their brothers the singers with instruments and song, herbs and lyres and cymbals, to lift up the voice with joy. And the Levites appointed Heman, son of Yoel, and of his brothers, Asaph, son of Berechiah, and of their brothers, the sons of Meriah, Ephon, son of Quashahiah, and with them their brothers of the second rank, Zechariah, Ben, and Yaasiel, and Shemiramoth, and Yehiel, and Uni, and Eliab, and Benayahu, and Mahaseyahu, and Matithiahu, and Elipelehu, and Mikneahu, and Obed-Edom, and Yeiel, the gatekeepers. And the singers, Haman, Asaph, and Ethan, were to sound the cymbals of bronze. 20. and Zechariah, son of Asiel, and Shemiramoth, and Yeiel, and Unni, and Eliab, and Maaseyahu, and Benayahu, with the harps, beside sopranos, and Mattiyahu, and Eli Pelehu, and Mikneyahu, and Obed-Edom, and Yeiel, and Asasiyahu, to lead on the 8 strings lyres. And Yahu, leader of the Levites in the song, because he was skilled. And Yahu and Elquana were doorkeepers of the ark, or for the ark, I should say. And Shabanahu, and Yosaphat, and Nathanael, and Amasa, and Zechariah, and Benayahu, and Eleazar the Cohen were to blow the trumpets before the ark of Elohim. And Obed-Edom and Yeiel were doorkeepers of the ark. And it was David and the elders of Israel and the commanders over thousands who went to bring up the ark of the covenant of Yahweh from the house of Obed-Edom with joy. And it came to be when Elohim helped the Levites, who bore the ark of the covenant of Elohim, that they offered 7 bulls and 7 rams. And David was dressed in a robe of fine linen, as were all the Levites who bore the ark, the singers, and the Kenaniah, the leader of the service with the singers. And David wore a linen shoulder garment. And all Israel brought up the ark of the covenant of Yahweh with shouting, and with the sound of the horn, with trumpets, and with cymbals, sounding with harp and lyres. 29. And it came to be that as the ark of the covenant of Yah came to the city of David, Micaiah, the daughter of Shaul, looking toward the window, saw one David dancing and playing, and she despised him in her heart. This concludes the reading of Proverbs chapter 25 and 1 Chronicles chapter 15. May Yah shine upon your path. May he lead you into his truth and righteousness and give you shalom. Till next time, shalom.